One of the world's most multicultural countries, Australia, may be home to the oldest continually surviving civilization on Earth. Australia boasts a high-skilled labor population, a long history of democracy, and a stable government. Australia Day is observed annually on January 26th by the Australian people as a way of honoring their nation, its achievements, and its citizens. Today, Australia emerged as a global economic power. Interested to find out why? Watch this video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can receive more interesting content. Although the Indigenous people of Australia have lived in and contributed to the nation for over 60,000 years, their early experiences were marked by mistreatment and warfare. Australia governments have worked with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander populations to promote peace since the 1960s. The 2008 resolution of the Australian Parliament apologizes to Indigenous Australians for past abuses and inequalities highlighted the Stolen Generations, a group of Indigenous children who were taken against their will from their families. Hold on, the following interesting facts will keep you from becoming bored. When gold was discovered in Australia in the 1850s, a global gold rush resulted, drawing people from all over the world. In 1901, Australia gained its independence and established the Commonwealth of Australia. A year later, Australia was among the first countries in the world to provide women the right to vote. In 1945, Australia became a founding member of the United Nations. Actually, Australia works together with other countries to promote security and peace because Australia handles its global responsibilities carefully. Serious, Australia, right? Since 1947, more than 65,000 Australians have served in more than 50 security and peacekeeping operations. Due to its geographic position, Australia has always been more vulnerable to the negative effects of the tyranny of distance, which promotes its separation from important political and economic developments in North America and Europe. Simultaneously, the advantage of a splendid isolation was reinforced by Australia's susceptibility to low degrees of direct military danger because of its distance. Political and economic factors shift with geographic boundaries, and Australia finds itself squarely in the heart of a growing strategic dispute between China and the US in the 21st century. This will have a significant influence on how its foreign and defense policies are decided in the next years, possibly over the coming generations. It is no more isolated in a strategic backwater as the center of global economic, political, and strategic endeavors has moved from Europe and North America to the Indo-Pacific region. In this sense, the importance of geography in shaping Australia's foreign and defense policies has increased. Let's show some excitement now. Should the Indo-Pacific region be considered the global economic hub? Australia's primary focus should be on establishing opportunities and collaborations in this domain, with a particular emphasis on Southeast Asia's marine sector. Australia's geographic location is now closely linked to its political, economic, and security interests, all of which entwined with the security of Asia and the potential expansion of the area. Gone are the days of Australia's magnificent isolation. Australia's major exports are iron ore, coal, and unwrought lead, with aluminum ores coming in second place behind coal. Australia is the leading wool exporter in the world, the third largest sugar exporter, and the second largest beef exporter. Australia ranks the 13th among nations that provide aid and support. In a world where economics and geopolitical concerns are crucial, values and soft power remain vital components of international relations, especially for a country like Australia. No hesitation when saying that Australia is an important country. The nations referred to as pivotal powers are those that are meant to significantly influence the geopolitical landscape in important regions of the world and act as important hubs of global economic growth because of their strategic location, population size, financial potential, policy changes, and political weight. Australia has an open economy that is receptive to trade. This suggests that fluctuations in foreign consumers' demand for Australian goods and services might have a significant effect on Australia's economy. For example, the price of Australian goods will increase if there is an increase in demand for them globally, but not in supply. The main reason for the terms of trade boom was significant price increases for particular types of Australia's commodity exports. Australia possesses a plethora of natural resources, including the second largest accessible quantities of iron ore in the entire globe, the fifth largest coal reserves, and significant gas resources. In the past, a significant share of Australia's exports has consisted of commodities. In the mid-2000s, the cost of raw resources that are used to produce steel and energy, such as coal, iron ore, and natural gas, began to skyrocket. This resulted from a sharp rise in demand for some items on a global scale that supply could not keep up with. The main factor driving the increase in global demand for steel and energy was the growing urbanization and industrialization of China and other developing countries. Urbanization, the flow of people from rural to urban areas, and industrialization, the expansion of manufacturing enterprises, depend on investments in new residencies, factories, and transportation infrastructure. Steel is a component used in the building of each of these constructions. As a result, Australia's terms of trade increased dramatically. The terms of trade were really around 75% higher in 2011 than they had ever been. Yes, 75% higher. You heard it correctly. Let's not forget to mention that the Australian government places a high premium on innovation, which powers the nation's economic, scientific, and research areas. In addition to its response to international concerns, a national innovation and science agenda has been created and implemented to promote creative thinking to support business expansion, local job creation, and global success. New developments in technology are having influence on Australia's economy and society, and Australia's businesses of all sizes and across all industries are adopting them. Australia's most respected research institution is the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, CSIRO, which works with every Australian university, government agency, and major Australian industry. CSIRO works in more than 80 countries and is ranked in the top 1% of all scientific institutes globally in 13 out of 22 research categories. Don't be shocked, because Australia has a strong innovation culture. More than 50% of Australian businesses actively seek out new ideas. Australia gave rise to a number of significant inventions. Millions of people utilize current technology created or pioneered in Australia, including bionic ears, pacemakers, Google Maps, and Wi-Fi. Australians create ideas. However, they additionally fiercely protect them with intellectual property (IP) laws. When it comes to intellectual property commercialization, Australia leads the planet. If you are an entrepreneur, then maybe it is time to move to Australia, as it is home to Sydney and Melbourne, two of the best cities in the world for entrepreneurial success. But before you go, did you find this video interesting? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.